Hey y'all, I wanted to holla at y'all real quick about something that came to me as I was making my coffee this rising. This isn't going to be a reading, but just like I said, just want to holla at y'all real quick. So, a memory or a thought rather came to mind, and I know this may sound weird because it was weird when I received it, but then at the end of it, I was like, oh, ah, okay. So basically, when I was in my very tumultuous and narcissistic past relationship, the relationship ultimately that catapulted me into this awakening of sorts, I honestly thought that I was shorter. I know that this, y'all, just stay with me now. But I thought that I was like shorter than the individual who was extremely abusive towards me, right? And while I played, you know, and I contributed to the role of that very narcissistic, codependent, and people pleasing behalf that I played in it, as far as being codependent and people pleasing. Um, so don't take it out of like context, like I'm just solely placing the blame on anyone outside of myself. I am responsible for myself and, the actions that I do take. But physical abuse and physical violence, number one, it's just never, it's inexcusable. But anyhow, back to the point. I thought that I was shorter than this person, like I really and truly did. And see, when we get with these spirits, when we get with these individuals, these very broken people, they have a tendency to break us down, to crush us. It was at a point where I was almost hunchback down there. Not literally, but I mean, the person had broken my spirit so bad, I would walk with my head down, and, I completely lost sight of who I was. You know, I was just this broken carcass, you know, searching and on a hunt to find that version of myself that I had ultimately lost while in this relationship. Anyways, they do have this tendency to kind of trample over us in a way, spiritually, energetically, mentally, and the list goes on. But it finally hit me. By the end of I wouldn't even call it a relationship, the experience, because that's ultimately what it was. It was an experience of sorts. I was damn there trampling over this person. And I was able to see them in the light that they were able to cloak from the very beginning. And sure, again, I'm going to take responsibility for my contribution in not following my intuition at the time, not listening to the red flags, ignoring them in the beginning. Now, years later, and nearly almost a full year of being, just out of sight, out of mind of this person, I realized, like, actually, I was taller than them. I was always stronger, wiser, taller, bigger in spirit, bigger in energy. I was always the light, in the life of the party. I've always been the type of person to make people laugh. I love I love to make people laugh. But it was like in that relationship, in that experience, I had lost me. And it really takes you and breaks you down so low until you wake up and you realize, like, I've been bigger than this. I've been bigger than you, you know? But they would try to make it seem otherwise. They would try to make it seem like they have power over you, like they are bigger than you. And I don't mean just in size or height or whatever the case is, but I mean in spirit and energy. And these broken souls, fragmented souls and minds can see that. And I feel like that kind of feeds the hatred that they feel for you, if that makes sense. because they realize that you are, in fact, bigger than life. You are bigger than what they have tried to use as a tactic to destroy you, silence you. But hopefully, on this channel, you all are finding your voice again. You are being inspired to get back up again, stand up straight. That's why when you guys hear me say in my videos, when I get all preachy, I don't be trying to sound like no preacher or try to preach at all, but it's just the pure passion from the experience that I have been through, as many of you have. Like, ain't no more slouching and hanging our heads low and being afraid to stand upright in our energy. You know, don't allow these cowards to the satisfaction to see you break, fester, and fumble like they already have. You still have fight in you. Meanwhile, they have accepted their fate. You've always been bigger than this, taller, stronger, wiser. Get real with yourself and remember who you are. It's in you, it's not on you. And until the next one, y'all, peace.